Now today we are going to discuss the exercise of inverse trigonometry function, exercise 2.1. The first question, find the principal value of the following. The first question is sine inverse of minus half. Now here we have to think of the property. What is sine inverse of minus x? You know that it is equal to minus of sine inverse x. So therefore sine inverse minus half is equal to minus sine inverse half. Now further we have to think the angle whose sine is 1 by 2. You know that it is pi by 6 radian. Hmm? तो माइनस साइन इज ऑलरेडी देयर. तो देयरफॉर यहाँ लॉजिक आएगा साइन ऑफ पाई बाय 6 इज इक्वल टू 1 बाय 2. देयरफॉर साइन इनवर्स 1 बाय 2 इज इक्वल टू पाई बाय 6. तो प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू ऑफ साइन इनवर्स माइनस हाफ इज इक्वल टू माइनस पाई बाय 6 रेडियन. Come to the question number second. The question number second is cosine inverse of root 3 by 2. Now in this question we have to think of the angle whose cosine is root 3 by 2. You know that cosine of pi by 6 is equal to root 3 by 2. So therefore cosine inverse pi by 3 is equal to pi by 6 radian. Now in the third question we have cosecant inverse of 2. Now here you know that cosecant inverse of x is equal to sine inverse of 1 by x. Now you can say that it is sine inverse of 1 by 2. Now here again think of the angle whose sine is 1 by 2. You know that it is pi by 6 radian. Sine of pi by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. Is it clear? Now after this in the fourth question we have tangent inverse of minus root 3. It is equal to minus tangent inverse of root 3 because tangent inverse of minus x is equal to minus tangent inverse x. It is equal to minus pi by 3 radian. It is the angle tangent of pi by 3 is always equal to root 3. Now in the fifth question we have cosine inverse of minus 1 by 2. It is equal to pi minus cosine inverse of 1 by 2 because cosine inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cosine inverse x. Now it is equal to, we have to think the angle whose cosine is 1 by 2. It is the angle pi by 3. Further by taking the LCM 3 we get 3 pi minus 1 pi is equal to 2 pi by 3 radian. This is the question number 5. In the same way you can do the question number 6 yourself. Now come to the question number 7. Question number 7 is secant inverse 2 by root 3. Question number 7, secant inverse of 2 by root 3. It is equal to cosine inverse of root 3 by 2. Now because secant inverse of x is equal to cosine inverse of 1 by x. Now it is equal to, we have to think of the angle whose cosine is root 3 by 2. You know that it is pi by 6 radian. Because cosine of pi by 6 is equal to root 3 by 2. This is the question number 7. Now you have to do question number 8, 9 and 10 yourself. Question number 8, 9 and 10 do yourself. Now after this come to the question number 11. Question number 11. It is tangent inverse of 1 plus cosine inverse of minus 1 by 2 plus sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. Now see, we have to think the angle whose tangent is 1. This is the angle pi by 4 radian. Now further, next term is cosine inverse minus half plus sine inverse minus half. The value, real value is minus half, here also minus half. So it means you can think that it is a cosine inverse x plus sine inverse x. Now you know the property of cosine inverse x and sine inverse x. Cosine inverse x plus sine inverse x is always equal to pi by 2 radian. So this can be written by using the property, both the term can be written as pi by 2 radian. Further, 4 is LCM. Now we get pi plus 2 divided by 4, 2 into pi, 2 pi, and net result is 3 pi by 4 radian. This is the question number 11. Now after this question number 12, it is cosine inverse half. Question number 12, it is cosine inverse half plus 2 times sine inverse half. Now think about the angle whose cosine is 1 by 2. Now you know that cosine of pi by 3 is 1 by 2. Cosine of pi by 3 is equal to 1 by 2. So therefore cosine inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 3 plus 2. Now you have to think about the angle whose sine is 1 by 2, and it is pi by 6, because sine of pi by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. So further it is equal to 2 1 and 2 3. So it means pi by 3 plus pi by 3. So it can return 2 times pi by 3 radian. This is the question number 12. Now come to the question number 13. Question number 13. It is, if sine inverse of x is equal to y, then what is the possibilities of y? So A option is 0 less than equal to y less than equal to pi, and B option is minus pi by 2 is less than equal to y is less than equal to pi by 2, and C option is 0 less than pi less than y less than pi, and last D option is minus pi by 2 is less than y less than pi by 2. Now in this question you should know about the principal branch value of the inverse trigonometric function, and here we have the inverse trigonometric function sine, and what about the principal branch value of sine? You know that sine inverse is defined when the value is lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So what will be the solution of this question? we know if sine inverse x is equal to y, then y belongs to the closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So therefore minus pi by 2 less than equal to y less than equal to pi by 2. So therefore B option is correct. Now the 14th question is evaluate tangent inverse root 3 minus secant inverse minus 2. Now we have to think about the angle whose tangent is root 3. You know that it is pi by 3 minus, what is the formula of secant inverse minus x? You know that it is pi minus secant inverse of x. X is minus 2. Now give the logic here. Secant inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus secant inverse x. Now further it is equal to pi by 3 minus pi, then minus minus plus secant inverse 2. Now it is equal to pi by 3 minus pi. Secant inverse 2 can be written as cosine inverse 1 by 2, and it is equal to pi by 3 minus pi, then plus cosine inverse 1 by 2. Think over the angle whose cosine is 1 by 2. You know that it is a pi by 3. Now in a nutshell, 3 is the LCM. We get pi here minus 3 pi plus 1 pi. So we get pi plus pi 2 pi minus 3 pi divided by 3, and it is equal to minus pi by 3 radian. And this finish the exercise 2.1.